How am I doing this? Not only am I syncing content with the Immersion 2.0, but I'm also syncing the colors using the Govee Flow Pro bars, still mounted underneath my TV cabinet, all at the same time. But where are the cameras? What kind of wizardry is this? You have my word, no tricks and no fancy edits. The Govee cameras have been inside your field of view for the entire time. If you want to know how I pulled this off, and even more importantly, how you can do it too, with 0 cameras in sight and the Govee Immersion performing just as with any other regular setup, hit that like button and subscribe, because I'm pulling the veil back on this MTS camera hack right now. Now guys, if you're only concerned with moving the Govee camera off of your TV screen, then there are a few other options outside of the one that I'm going to show you for this video. You can A, mount the camera onto your soundbar, as I did for several months. B, you can mount the camera on the edge of your media stand, upside down using double-sided tape, as I've seen a few tubers doing. Or C, you can even mount the camera onto a monitor riser such as this one if you have the clearance beneath the bottom of your TV, which might even be a better option so your camera isn't at risk of getting bumped or damaged by people walking by. But with any of these options, the camera is still going to make its presence known, given the hefty size and the boom arm-like design that causes it to protrude outward by several inches. So if you're interested in truly concealing your immersion camera so well that when your buddies swing by for a quick gaming sesh, they think that you're running some kind of internal data source such as Hyperion or Syncbox, then this solution is the way to go. Alright, let's take a closer look to figure this all out. See there? Look very closely. Be honest, did you spot them immediately? See there, if it was a snake it would have bit you. How's that for camouflage? My 2 Govee cameras are hidden down inside of a catch-all storage tray, which completely shields them from being spotted from the front and from side angles. And to take things a step further, the cameras are covered with black polished stones to make them also difficult to spot from an aerial point of view. So at a glance, the tray simply looks like a decor accent, and the camera wires are being fed through the narrow back channel of this monitor riser, which also aids in concealing where all of my cables meet my raceway, and it makes the catch-all tray even less assuming. Now in order to duplicate this hack, here are all of the following supplies that you're going to need. A, you're going to need a catch-all storage tray that accommodates the dimensions of the camera or cameras depending on your setup. This particular tray that I'm using measures 6.9 by 6.9 by 1.9. Now I already had this tray on hand for about a year or so, and it looks like brown is the only available color now on Amazon unfortunately, but I will include some good alternatives in the description below. B, you're also going to need about 2 pounds of these polished black stones. C, you're most likely going to require a USB 3.0 extension cable, especially if your TV is mounted to the wall like mine. D, a 1-inch hole saw, and a few 1-inch silicone grommet plugs. E, a computer monitor riser like the one that you see here that has a narrow cable channel in the very back, perfect for feeding the cable wires through. This is actually more so optional, but they do come in black, brown, gray, and white, and the measurement is 9 by 18 by 2 inches. And finally, a pack of Scotch restickable dots. And don't worry, we're going to walk through what each of these items are going to be used for. Step 1. Once you have all supplies in hand, the very first thing that you'll want to do is measure to obtain the precise center of one side of your catch-all tray if you're running a single camera. Or simply locate the center points accordingly as I did for a dual setup. And then remove the rubber mat insert and drill your 1-inch holes. Step 2, take the silicone grommet plugs and insert them into the holes. This gives the cutouts a cleaner look, but it also serves in preventing the polished stones that we'll add a little later from falling out of the tray and onto the media stand. Step 3 is not absolutely necessary because once you add the stones into the tray is not going to slide around very easily. But if you want to be sure that you don't have to recalibrate the cameras frequently, if the tray gets bumped, you can use Velcro squares such as these. Place one set on the bottom of the tray itself and the other directly on the media stand. Step 4, take those restickable Scotch dots and place them on the back of the camera on the areas that will make direct contact with the bottom of the tray. These dots aren't permanent and they won't damage the camera or the tray, but they'll add some additional friction so that the camera stays put, which means less fuss with recalibration. Step 5, reinsert the rubber mat into the tray. and then feed the camera USB cable through the grommet hole as shown, before securing the camera down onto the rubber mat using the Scotch dots. Step 6. Grab your trusty polished stones and carefully lay them down, ensuring that every area of the camera is covered with the exception of the camera head. You'll notice that I created a bit of a slope in the stones as we move closer down to the camera lenses. This is necessary to make sure that the stones do not obstruct the view of the camera. Another huge benefit of using polished stones in this manner is that it really helps to stabilize the camera and keep it balanced, being that the camera is placed in a very unconventional position that doesn't allow for it to lay perfectly flush with the bottom of the tray. Alright guys, and for the final step of the process, place the catch-all tray down onto your media stand cabinet about 7 to 8 inches back from the TV so the camera can capture a nice wide view of the screen. Attach the camera USB to the USB 3.0 extension cable and then plug that extension cable directly into the Immersion control box behind your TV. And then you can conceal that cable as needed for your particular setup. If your TV is not mounted, this will be even easier. But if you do have it up on the wall, you'll need to run that wire up a raceway or through the wall itself for the cleanest look possible. All that's left to do after that is recalibrate the camera and you're in business. No more cameras breaking up your sleek media center anymore. I know that the Govee camera system has been a huge deterrent and barrier of entry for a lot of ambient light enthusiasts. But with this DIY solution that I'm putting out there for the world to see, I think that it makes owning and operating the Immersion and/or FlowPro light bars a lot more tolerable, at least for the time being. If you have a friend that just can't get over the look of the Govee camera, send them the link to this video. I've been running with this setup for several weeks now without any major issues. And to prove that this solution isn't a gimmick and does not sacrifice performance, here is the current view of both my left and right Govee camera. Each lens is able to capture the entire screen from corner to corner and from top to bottom. And as you can see, the colors are being tracked just as well as they were when my cameras were mounted at the bottom of my soundbar. My LG C10 looks so much better now. And as a content creator that's frequently shooting my TV, your viewing experience will be improved moving forward as well. My only regret is that I didn't think of this camera hack sooner, because it would have made a lot of my previous videos even cleaner. And the only real drawback that I could find with this particular setup is if you're someone that likes to swivel your TV, because the camera won't be able to capture the screen correctly at all angles. So if you're one of the rare few that likes to move your TV around a lot, then you'll simply have to mount the camera to the TV itself or the soundbar solution as I have done in the past. Now, for those that have been subbed for a while now, you'll notice that I moved a few things around on my media stand. My PS5 has now been relocated to the far left hand corner in the vertical position, which I will be doing a number of videos on in the near future. My PS4 Pro has been moved into my living room, where I actually just successfully installed the Immersion 2.0 on a 75-inch TV. And finally, my PS3 Slim has been relocated inside of my TV cabinet, since I do very much still use it, just not nearly as much as with my PS5. Guys, if this video helped you out, make sure to hit the like button because it tells YouTube's algorithm that more people should see it. And of course, make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one, but until then, peace.